I want to make a chess analogy here. Chess analogies are good. So, back before the internet came around, chess was played exclusively on the board, in person. And then the internet came around, and then online gaming came around, and then multiplayer gaming came around, and then eventually, down the road, the ability to play a chess game online with someone else in any other part of the world that had internet was created. And it started off with Pogo.com, I think. I think ICC is one of the oldest chess servers online, but I don't know for sure. It could be some. I'm sure there are older ones. ICC is one of the sort of original place where title players would play, and regular people like us could sometimes play them or watch and play as well. And so there was ICC, there was PlayChess.com, and then more recently, Chess.com came around and made itself the sort of main site. And somewhere along the line, LeChess.org came around. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I've witnessed the transformation of the rise and the falls of the chess sites. ICC has become a bit decrepit. They have not really kept in the game very well. Chess.com has been pretty good, I would say, largely due to the lovability of Daniel Rensch, which kind of offsets how horrible the site's functionality was kind of from the get-go, as they were very ad-centric, and the site didn't work very well for the longest time. It works better now, less ad-focused, more user-friendly. But then LeChess came around, created by Tybalt, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's like something crazy. But he was just a programmer that wanted to create he wanted to create essentially the perfect chess website. And when I say perfect, I mean perfect in terms of practicality of use by the end user. And the way this was evidenced in the site itself was its simplicity, its ease of use, its lack of advertising bothering the user, and its interactivity with the creator as far as where the users would like the site to go in terms of functionality, events, appearance, everything, the whole thing. And then add into all of that, you can feel the code. That was one of the things that I was amazed at when I first played on LeChess.org, was I could feel the code. I could feel it. Like Chess.com, I could feel the clunkiness of the code. And I could see how money was operating in there and fucking things up. I could feel all that stuff. And LeChess came, and it was a beautiful thing, right? And so I was always wanting LeChess to become, one of the premier sites, one of the main sites where the title players play. But I didn't know how they were going to do that, because for title players to be attracted, there usually has to be some sort of they like being able to win prize money, essentially. I think that's a big part of it. Not all of it, but they do like being able to win prize money, and they like the thing being populated with other title players, with a good chunk of the top players, right? So those are a few of the factors that need to go into a site in order for it to attract top players. And Lichess went around attracting these players in just a completely different way. I don't know exactly. I think they went on the premise of build it and they will come. It was that whatever that movie represented, whatever that saying represented. That's what Lichess did. They built it and then they came, and it culminated with Magnus being on there and just playing Bullet and streaming and playing Blitz, and when Magnus came on, of course, I feel like the site just exploded at that point. Inevitably, it would have had to, because he's the top chess guy, right? He's the world champ, so it had to. But I don't feel like that was any overt manipulation by Tybalt to make that happen. I feel like the beauty of the site itself and how it was coded and programmed and the vision with which it was created were the factors that led to the top players coming in. And all the top players aren't there, and I'm sure, just like, you know, some of them have contracts with chess.com, and some of them have allegiances and alliances that we aren't particularly privy to, so they're not all necessarily going to come jump on Lichess. But my point is that, and this is a general, I'm tying this back into our sort of societal model, which has for a really long time been rewarding companies. I don't know how to say it exactly, but the dollar itself being the bottom line has been the prime mover of how companies operate, and this inevitably does not result in the greatest experience for the end user, and it's not and in addition, it's not a compassionate model for the human being as a living entity. It doesn't take into account the human being. It doesn't. It takes into account competition and hack your way to the top of the totem pole. That's generally what it's about. It's about ego stuff, and because that's what money is about. Money is just purely ego stuff. Anything beyond what you need, so sustenance, and of course, you know, you could go a bit beyond that and have a little more than you need and be able to be creative and play with the sort of resources that you have. But anything too far beyond that it's just ego stuff, and it's not necessary. It's not helpful to you, and it's not helpful to the the blowback effect that it has on the rest of the community. And the reason I'm bringing up let that one go for a sec. The reason I'm bringing up chess is because I feel like what Lichess was able to accomplish is a positive sign for us as a whole, as a community, the human community, because it's an example of somebody going in there with intentions of creating a thing of beauty and practicality without being encumbered by the bureaucratical, money, governmental nonsense bullshit that's always trying to slog everything down, and actually succeeding. And then if you notice, the money as terms of practical energetic exchange between individuals actually came in sorry, and is there in Lichess. I mean, in the last Bullet tournament that Magnus participated in, the top prize was like $2,000 or something, and of course that will adapt and change as necessary. But I just wanted to put that out there as a hopeful sign for humanity that has been firmly entrenched and stuck in the dark ages in terms of sort of emotional awareness about systems and whatnot. Anywho, hope everyone's doing well. Take care.